Good morning. Good morning. This one's on me today. My bad. I actually got up an hour late, so that's why I'm here a little bit late today. But it don't matter. Price is not quite right where I want it to be. See, the thing here is, I usually get up at 5:30 for me to be here on time, but I got up at 6:45 today, so I slept in about an hour and 15 minutes. My time's a little bit behind yours. So I got up 6:45, which makes me late. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Buenos dias, Antonio calling me out on the community. I love it. I don't know how you knew, buddy, but you nailed it today. I'm like, my gosh. Let me see, I haven't opened it up actually right now. But first off, I'm gonna thank God for just basically allowing me to wake up one more day and I get to do this for a living. Think about it. We all get to do this for a living. It's amazing. I love it. I love feeling grace inside my heart as soon as I get up. It's just amazing, an amazing feeling. So if you haven't found your passion, if you haven't found your why, I please just, if you're stuck in a hole, you can get yourself out of that hole. You can do it. All right, Antonio did get it right though. Yeah, I'm seeing it there. CL, let me see CL. How is CL moving today? I've been keeping an eye on oil. I don't think I haven't. I have. It's just it takes a long time for me to really you know, decide on something if I'm gonna even bother trading it or not. It's just see where's my main chart here. Come on, dip. Get lower, dip. I'll give you my plan very soon. Right now we're kind of in the middle here, so I'm not really interested here right now. See when it opens on up. But yeah, I mean today my plan is it's pretty simple, I would say. I have a major level of support sitting down here at 50, let's say like 50 to 55. Because I do understand that this is kind of like a vague area too, right? So we'll give it a couple points there. 50 to 55 is kind of the major level of support I'm watching today. I would argue and I would say that below that level is exactly where I'm thinking bearish at that point. At least for the coming maybe even a few days temporarily. They did do some good work overnight to the downside, breaking a couple of levels of support. So I will applaud the bears on that. I was actually long overnight and it didn't quite work out for me. So had to cut it, took my loss, and I walk away. And today's another day, right? So I did get back some of the profits I made during the day on another trade on the community. But it's still I'm still up a lot. Like, well, for my end, I'm up pretty happily. So but again, you got to understand, like, I'm risking profits from the day, right? Like, that is okay. But either way, I did not need to be moving my stop. So there's a lot to kind of go through on that trade I made yesterday. But again, nonetheless, those trades are posted here. I've actually done a trade recap section here, so I can pretty much, show the good, the bad, and, both of them. Like, it's not all good trades, right? Like, yesterday night, I decided to take a long here. It didn't work out. It's posted there with some notes so that I can kind of learn from that. And of course, you can read and see exactly what I did wrong and, learn from my mistake kind of thing, right? But there's also a lot of good trades here, and I'll be updating that as we go with the community. And we got some good different ideas bouncing back and forth there. So if you are interested, there is still 2 spots left to become an OG member. After that, you will not be an OG member. You will just be a member. I'll be putting this link right here on the chat if you're interested. So if you're interested, it's there. The link is there. And yeah, I mean, we're bouncing ideas back and forth all day. So it's I would say pretty good. And it's free, 100% free. All right, so right now the plan is basically don't be buying at 69. I'm going to just take it easy. We could easily rip right through this, back up 75, 78, but I'm not going to take this long here. I think we could probably be in for more downside potentially. We'll see. I don't know, but we have broken down multiple levels of support, which is kind of what's getting to me right now. So it's very simple for me. It's kind of a two-way game here for me. I either got to wait for 78. I got to wait for 78, 75 to basically reclaim. That would be kind of basically looking, a little bit extended from here. But again, I need price to basically show me that we are reclaiming that area. And then I'm looking for the upside up there because we could easily kind of go here, get denied, and then, fall back on down, which is okay. This is why this game is going to require patience today. So for me, or we just sell back down here, or not back down, but we sell to the 55, 50 area where I'll be looking to be a buyer down here, looking for a bounce back up. We did not test this major level of support here. So then therefore, I cannot really take a long here. I didn't know we were going to bounce from 61. It's not a level of mine. Maybe somebody else had that level, but not me. But 55, 50 is where I'm watching right now. That's the big level that the bulls do not want to be losing. That if we hit this level, we need to bounce quickly. We don't want to be like, testing this level. We just want to bounce quickly. Or we reclaim 78. It's really one of those two for me right now. My two trades now. This is exactly what I'm thinking. So it's that simple. We get back above here. We turn this current area of resistance right here, which was support. In other words, we're breaking down this level of support. Once we take it back, I'm looking for the long side here. Or we dip, which is the best option here. We test support once and we kind of move on up. That's it. Freaking cough still doesn't want to go away. I have 60 strong. Hey, if you have 60, 50 strong, that's not bad. We almost bounced right from there. I'm going to show you why I have 50, 55. Like that, it makes more sense. So this is the daily chart I have pulled up for you right now at the bottom here. And this is why I'm looking at 50, 55. So 50 is actually the low of these candles right here, and 55, because we could bounce from this kind of area here, right? So 50, 55 is a level. These are the daily candles, remember. This is going to be a multi-day support level. We're going to have support from Monday, October 14, 15, 16, and this is what was resistance. This is why it turns into support. This is why I have this level. This was a level of previous resistance. We can see this right here. It blew through it, and then it back tested right to the 50. So I'm thinking below these lows here, we are headed for a potential move to the downside, which can in turn turn us into like a downward trend for maybe a few days. Or it could be a short-lived, who knows, right? Nobody's got a crystal ball like that. But rather, if we break down this big level, I think that we're in for a little bit of a pullback. This is what I'm thinking. And this is what I was talking about on Saturday, that we need price to show us weakness so that we can start thinking that, resistances will work and we can move our way back on down. But it could be a short-lived move all the way down to 57.24, which is the lows from these days right here. So this is why I'm watching this level like a hawk right now. This is the beginning of the pullback if ES wants to do it. So it's multi-level day of support. So that's why I have my support level there. Below there, I'm thinking short. Above there, I'm thinking that this is nothing but consolidating, as we can clearly see this. It's a big, broad chop range. And then inside these levels, we're going to have that 78. We're going to have 92. We're going to have, you know, the levels that we've been playing and pinging and ponging between the last couple of days. So this is still a bullish structure. We are not bearish until that 50 breaks. So this is why above that 50, I am still looking to the upside. We just have to assume that it'll break to the upside, right? We cannot just assume that it's going to break down. The trend is your friend. From 60 minute to 60 range. Working. To the 60 range? Like, you mean like a 60-day moving average or something? Or 60-day range? Yeah, maybe. I'm actually curious. I'm not sure what you mean by 60 range. Hey, well, if you had that 60, kind of working pretty nicely so far. You got 60 to the 70. That's a nice 10-point mover right there. Minutes and range. That makes sense. Yeah, as long as it works for you, right? Like, so far, the levels you're telling me, they're working quite nice. So that's what it's about, right? For me, I just stick to the plain charts, but I mean, anything that could help you, it's great. As long as you're trading technicals, I think, because that, remember, that's like buyers, sellers, like that's the real move, right? But that 60 you had there, look at that. Fucking 61. Right to the 71 right now. I see, I see. I've never used those charts actually. But I know about them obviously, but I've never used them. Oh shoot, I didn't even mention markets open for business. I'm here late. Everything it's getting distorted for me. Markets open for business. We're getting a nice little micro dip to the 68. I'm not interested in becoming a buyer here. I know there's a pretty nice sizable gap to be filled to the upside right now, of course. We did close yesterday at the 58.98. So keep that in mind. We do have a nice gap to the upside right now. It's a pretty nice, big, good old gap. I am not going to be looking for the gap fill. You know that. I need to wait for support or my level to come to fruition. I'm not just going to assume we're going to fill the gap. Crystal ball indicator didn't tell me the indicator today. What happens when you wake up an hour and 15 minutes late? Good thing that we had not bounced from this 55-50 level. I'm just happy about that. Like, that's what I'm happy about. I would have been pretty pissed off if we had bounced from like that 50-55 and I was asleep. Where am I gonna take this long? Price is kind of it's dipping here. I love it. This cough, man, is the last bit of the whatever I had. Series, whatever I had. I was on antibiotics the whole 9 yards. I was sick for a while. I don't know what got to me, but whatever it was, some virus. Now it's just the cough, the ending of it. So we're kind of building this triple bottom here right now. I'm not gonna be taking this long. I need to wait for my level 1, 2, maybe this triple bottom here, but bouncing yet again from that 61. I would really like for them to test that major level of support at this point. We're so close to it, right? I mean, patience, Leo, patience. Or we take back 78, at which point I'm long, or we bounce from support at 50, 55. Simple as that. Let's see if we got any news or anything that could create some volatility in here. So, yeah, pretty much some FOMC members speaking in 26 minutes. It's 2 stars. I mean, it's not Jerome Powell, but it could influence the market, right? So just kind of keep that in mind. And besides this, we have pretty much nothing. So that's good. Let me see tomorrow. Are we waiting for something before we break out? Tomorrow we got some crude oil numbers, which are pretty important. 10 o'clock numbers. Yeah, so tomorrow's a heavier day when it comes to numbers. Today, pretty much not too much. Just 10 o'clocks. That guy is speaking, whoever that. Whoever, what's his name? Harker. Fed Harker. So whoever that is speaking in 10 o'clock. Look, I want to be a buy here, okay? Like, trust me, I would love to buy that triple bottom. I want to buy there, but it's just, it's difficult for me to buy here because it's not in line with my plan. The choo-choo train wants to go up from here. I'm thinking above that 50 level. This is simply just a dip buy. That's all this is. But man, it's hard to pull that trigger at 63 because I didn't really plan 63. You know what I mean? So I could have, the right idea. We can go from here to 78, reclaim 78. That should have been long from here. But at the end of the day, I cannot take this long. It just doesn't align with my strategy. So I'm going to sit tight. Really nothing for me to do here right now. We can see we're kind of, we had that dip. We're kind of bouncing. We could be consolidating, going sideways. It's pretty simple to see this kind of range right now, kind of going sideways completely there. So, the reason why I like putting boxes as well here on my charts is not because, there's no technical reason for it. Rather, it just gives me a visual of what I'm waiting for. So, for example, when I'm here thinking about a long or a short or whatever, it kind of helps with my emotion looking at it like this, where you can visualize very clearly that we're sideways right now inside of this range right now. So there's really nothing for me to do here, right? So that's why I like drawing these boxes for me, or even these levels of support. Like you can see this box here I have. There's no technical reason for it. There's no order block. I mean, like I know ICT stuff and a bunch of other people, they have boxes because of certain things. For me, it's just to visualize the level of support. So we have support down here, we have resistance up here. That's pretty much as far into depth as my boxes go. Align with my current edge and strategy, right? That's pretty much it. So I just want to tell you so that you're aware of why these boxes are there. It keeps kind of some of emotion away. That FOMO keeps it away. Come to Papa. Come on down, yes. Come on down. I want a discount on price. Choo choo train. Starting to kind of push from here. Come on, test 55. Test the 55, yes, please. Getting pretty tight here. Pretty tight. The dollar is pushing higher. Not one to be tossing a coin, but we could be in to test that 55.50 area, which is a good thing for me. Come on, Ian. Come on. Give us a setup. That test of support at the bottom down there is sitting right there. Right now we're chopping around here, so don't be too excited just yet. We're kind of consolidating right now, and you can clearly see this. I mean, going definitely sideways right now. Not a whole lot happening, so don't be too much in a rush. Come on, break, 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 break. Infomercial time. If you're looking for a free community, this infomercial. If you're looking for a free community to join to learn some more about technical analysis and kind of be involved with a community of traders who are trading technical analysis. And again, if you're not trading technical analysis, it's all right. You can join. You can have your different opinion. It's welcomed. It is encouraged. And however you trade, you can bring it onto the table. Maybe perhaps we can learn something from you and vice versa. It's right here. We got 2 member spots left for OG status. And you can see right here, we got some different ideas bouncing back and forth. We have this nice trade recap section here, which is only for trades that you have done, that you have, executed, and you can leave your thoughts afterwards right there. So you've been looking for that community. The link is right there pinned to the chat. All right, so choo-choo train starting to push. Push. Can they take 78 back? That's the $1 million question that I'm here waiting to see the answer to. I'm watching this thing. Trump was working at a McDonald's drive-thru. The man actually did it. When you want to win, you want to be president, you go work at McDonald's, right? Anything to get that vote. Politicians. Don't get it twisted. This thing is getting tight. It's doing here something. It's gonna have to distribute this move soon. The more it consolidates like this, the more worried I am about that 55 actually, 50 level, because it could sell with fears. So it would be always a wise idea to wait for that trap if we dip. But I'll be honest with you. Might rip. It might rip. This pattern here, it's a bullish pattern, but well, watch that boner candle come in. I see that like kind of bear flag here. That consolidation screams to me to the upside. I don't know why. Look at this over here. See that right below the VWAP on NQ, right below the above the VWAP on the SPY. No need for FOMO, baby. No need for FOMO, but if we get going, I would not be surprised. Selling dogs and cats. So I gotta say, a pretty calm open today. Not too wild out of the gate. So it's okay. This is a good time for me to kind of stay out of it. We're right below 78, 75, a level from yesterday. Can't really touch this at this price. I need to see that 50, 55 get touched in order for me to be a buyer down there. That's the major level of support I'm watching today. Below there, I'll be shorting. Above here, I'm still thinking choo-choo train is simply consolidating for a move on higher. That's all I think this thing is doing. Like, look at yesterday. We got the dip, and then we got the reclaim, and we got the rip. Which, by the way, I was long that rip. There's 2 OG spots members left you're never going to be charged anything for that community. Never. You've been looking for a community to join for free where nobody's going to be looking at your wallet, asking you to open your wallet. Well, it's linked to the link is on the chat. Infomercial time. Come on, ES. Let's get this dip and then we get the rip. You know, let's do the routine. Let's get on with the routine. Let's not do the rip and then the dip. That's not how I like it. We always get that dip and then we get the rip. It's always the same thing. Come on, let's go, ES. Do it for Papa. But right now, I would be careful here. We're still going, you know, sideways. Not much to do here. And look at this. It's kind of making this kind of bear flag here, if you will. I don't know if you would call it a bear flag or not, but it's kind of trend line, right? So imagine we do kind of distribute this to the downside at first. The problem with getting short for me there would be that I know that a major level of support is sitting right here. So this is kind of that problem with trading these trend lines like that. Yes, you will have that 1 out of 100 where we're going to sell right through it and continue with a beautiful move to the downside. The problem is I cannot expect that 1 out of the 100 to be this one here. It's much easier for me to assume that we will hit support and then break back on up. And that's why I love trading technicals, because it keeps me majority of the time on the right side of the move, not these little trend lines that break like that, you know, and then it just bounces from there. And then you're like, whoa, well, thank God I took profit. You know what I mean? Or why did it come back to my entry there? You're never really with an edge in the market. So right now we're just consolidating, pretty much nothing to be doing here. I'm watching price like a hawk there at 78. At 78, we reclaimed that level. We could be pushing back on up. We could have a pop. For now, I just got to be patient here. Checking my AC. Feels pretty chilly in here. Slow session so far. Can't really talk about this too much. You gotta get some volatility in here. Come on, yes. Let's dip or let's reclaim 78. Do something. Remember, what's his, I forgot his name. Fed whoever is speaking at 10 o'clock. Maybe we're just waiting for him to say good morning. Same story as usual. He is speaking in a few minutes, so maybe that's what the market's waiting for before we, whatever move we're gonna do, kind of thing. Soon he'll be speaking. Right now, there's no way I'm touching this. Talking about Trump, I saw this song that they made about him talking about how they're eating the dogs and eating the cats. That is one of the most. I don't know. When I watched it, I was dying. I was laughing hard. The internet will forever be the winner in everything, in every situation. People are so creative online; it's hilarious. It's a good song too. I'm telling you, it's a good song. It's funny. Come on, yes, give us something. You know what I mean? Like we're here 67, 71, 72. Like hopefully when that guy opens his mouth, we just rip or dip, whatever. Do something. We get back above that 78, I'm long. We dip to the 50, I'm long. In the middle is kind of, both ways. We can consolidate this further. We can go 72, we can go 61, we can go here, we can go there. We can go anywhere it wants. So there's really no trend in here for me right now. Once we get back above that 78, it's interesting because at that point, I know that we want to push towards that 92 level even higher. I want to see the dip though. I would love to see price go down first and then bounce from there. Do some type of trap at 50, 55. Like that is what I would really love to see. But the patience game right now. Gonna wait for that guy at 10 o'clock to say whatever he's got to say. Maybe it'll introduce some more volatility in here because this, I would say stay out of it. This is garbage price action. Come on, let's get the bear flag break. You know what I mean? Let's do the bear flag. And then everybody's thinking we go down. We bounce from support. We basically rip through the faces of the shorts here. That would be the best. And surprisingly, right now we're actually 2 days red in a row. The day's not done, of course, but we are pulling in officially 2 days red in a row. That has not happened. I'm gonna tell you since when. We have not had 2 days in a row red since September 4th. We had a red day September 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. But that was it. Those were the 4 days. That was the big dip. And then before that, it was all the way back in August to August 2nd. So this is a rare scenario. We gotta literally go back till September. We're almost in November. Just to kind of give you that picture. That's why people who are looking for these dips all the time, they're looking for a ghost. You can see 2 days red there. Look at the last time it happened. It was basically right here with this dip. That was the big dip. We're consolidating, going sideways. Like I said, we just need that guy to open his mouth. Just say good morning, and this thing's gonna go wherever. It's already pre-programmed to go. This thing is rigged already. Not rigged, it's already got a plan. It looks like we're doing nothing, but they're doing something in here. Trust me, smart money is doing something. We will know the real intentions of their plan very soon. We get back above 78, I'll be long. We bounce from 50-55, I'm long. At 70, I'm not long. I'm gonna wait. This is the problem here that I think a lot of traders can't really get over. Like when price is not kind of doing what you want, you just stay out of it. When you're not at a level which you have a pre-plan for, stay out of it. When price is moving slow like this, you stay out of it. Most traders think that you have to make a trade. You don't have to make no trade. Nothing is telling you got to trade. Only yourself. This is pretty painful though. Look, it looks like my charts are frozen. I was wondering, I'm like, is my internet freezing? Like, what's going on here? This thing is literally stuck right now. Don't worry, it's gonna open on up soon. When that guy says good morning, I think they're just waiting for that guy. He's gonna be like throwing the gas into a fire that we're accumulating right now. He's the gas. He's the reason of the move. But the fire's been there the whole time. All right, it's 10 o'clock. Hopefully that guy says good morning now. Now we can get out of this range, whatever the hell we've been doing here. Oyo. What's going on here with my... God damn. Wow. Look at the oil, man. My goodness. I'm definitely trading the wrong chart today. The rip, the dip. Getting the bounce from there right now. Pretty soon I'm going to change this chart to oil. I'm gonna make a live first oil trade ever. Pretty soon. If this thing doesn't move. Oil's definitely moving better, but... Come on, ES. Let's reclaim 78 or bounce from 50. It's simple. Look at that 66, how they turned that thing into support, but I'm not really willing to buy there right now. This thing is getting tight. It's gonna do something soon. I'm gonna stick to the side of the trend, which means I'm looking for a long here above that 50. I already showed you the reason why above 50 is such a key level, 50 to 55. It's a very important level. This is a level that must hold, and above there, I am simply leaning to the upside. It's like yesterday, we got the dip, then the rip, and pretty much every single time we do the exact same thing. So I'm not going to assume that today is going to be the day that it fails. You know what I'm saying? It's much easier to be a winner when you're with the right side of the trend. You can screw up a lot when you're with the trend, but you can still have a high win rate. But trying to short this, expecting for the dump to come on in, it's very dangerous. That's a very dangerous game you're playing. But hey, some people like to live at the edge. So, not me. This is painful though. Come on. Do something, yes. Let's bounce from 50 or reclaim 78. One or the other. In case you're not sure, this is that box I got here for you or down here. Not box, just for you to visualize. 50 to 55 is a multi-level day of support. We have support back in October 14, 15, the 16th, and that was previous resistance from the 11th of October. So it's a key level. That will be the determining factor if we are going to be getting any form of dip. That was the daily chart. All your levels got to come from a daily or an hourly chart. In my opinion, this is just how I do my analysis. I do not get levels of support and resistance from a 2-minute chart. They're not going to have the same weight as a daily chart. And that's how I can build a good bias, like, okay, above this level, we're simply consolidating. Above or below this level is when I'm thinking, the dip is incoming and the Jenga block is failing. But nothing has failed yet. This is complete garbage. Look at this. Oil had such a rip. Boom. This thing is going to distribute soon. Come on, let's go to 50. 55, we bounce from there. And then we get a nice move to the upside. We get the dip, the rip. Rinse and repeat all over again. Come on. $78 is more of an aggressive buy. It's a very aggressive long, but it still works. Is that guy late or something? Why is this thing not moving? Come on. Probably late like me today. I don't set no alarms and nothing like that, so that's probably why no, it's not why. I never have the need to set an alarm. I just fell asleep an extra hour. All right, we're pushing. We're kind of doing the inevitable here. All right, all right, all right, all right. This is that key level 78. Should have been long from down there, but I need to see price kind of give me that strength. We need that signal. Price is king here. We're finally moving, as expected, to the upside, not really to the downside here. I'm going to probably be looking to take a long here. Come on, let me see. Reclaim 78. I just got to be cautious on any dip. You know what I mean? Because we could still dip. All right. Fill me out there. Fill me, 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 fill me. All right, I'm filled. I'm going to be taking my stop down to the 74 there, and then that's it. All right, reclaim that level. That. Hold that level now. We have to hold this level. Come on. Definitely a little bit early, but I just don't want to see this thing continue to rally without me or go without me today. Come on, do one of those where we just squeeze. Don't tell me we're going to dip back into the range. Oh, fudge. Acting as resistance right now, this level. Come on, squeeze, 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 baby, squeeze. I know what you're saying. Why didn't you long down there? Can't do it because that 78 is that level we must see if we can even get above. And I mean, we got to the 81 there. That's pretty nice. If we had got like 79, you know, like that's a little fishy, but all right, I'm going to be sticking to this long here. Come on, we got to squeeze right through this now. We got to squeeze, baby, squeeze. Come on. Squeeze. Getting stuck right below that 78 right now. Come on, just go, man. Let's go. I'll be turning this area into resistance here. Let's just go, 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 go. Come on. I know what you're saying. Why didn't you long down here? No, it doesn't work like that. For me, at least. I have to wait for my setup. I have to wait for whatever it is that I'm looking for. As I said, I want to see price overtake that level of resistance, back this, and we go on up. Oh my gosh, are you these guys kidding? Oh, they're coming back on down. All right, I was definitely a little bit impatient there. I'm gonna just sit tight now and wait. That they were gonna just squeeze right through it. Back down to the same range. It's always a wise idea to wait for that candle to close there, like I say all the time, but I'm telling you though, if I had not taken that long, it would have just squeezed right through. You've seen those here, where I don't take the long, I'm waiting for the back test and then never back test. It's annoying, frustrating, but this is the resistance here, right? We know this, but we're gonna take this level back. If I take this long here at 75, I just got stopped right. Future train once up, man. Future train once up. I gotta get a good entry here. I'm telling you, it knew that I had to be long there, so that's why it dipped. Nothing else. Fuck. Stopped me right at 74, 75. What a prick. Debating this long here. 74. But still moving weird. They're still moving a little bit weird here. All right, I'm thinking about this long here. I just had to dip there when I took that first long. Really and truly, it's got to be down here. 74, Phil. I take this long at 76. 73 will be my. Basically the same trade here again. Should have been long from that 75 here, but okay. Take this level back. It's kind of that rough part where you sometimes it just squeezes right through. It's always that kind of, you got to find that right balance, right? This because there is oftentimes where we'll just squeeze right through that level of resistance and we won't come back for a while. And that's why I kind of did that previous trade there. So again, I was kind of expecting maybe too much of it at first. We do get that little dip, and then we're now reclaiming back that 78. So hopefully we can get going now on this one. Come on. Just squeeze for Papa. Let's go to that goddamn 92, please. Gotta hold this thing with conviction. Come on. Rip right through this. We've had already a lot of congestion down there. There's still a lot more to be distributing here. Make it like yesterday. We got the dip, and then we get the rip. $6.92. Come on, come on, come on, baby, come on. This is proving to be a challenge today, that taking this 78 level here. Yesterday was much cleaner of a move. Once we took back that, I think it was 16.9. I forget which level it was. It was just straight up. Every day's different though. Come on, baby. For the 90. We do have that gap at 97.75 as mentioned, but it's gonna take, this is proving to be very difficult right now, this resistance. Consolidating. Just don't want this to chop. Don't be chopping around here because my entry's kind of high up there at that 78. Probably should have taken that 74 when it was down there, but come on, man. Go, let's go. Let's not let the bears get excited here. Let's just rip right through them. Mother ducker, man. Thing's kind of choppy here. Squeeze, baby, squeeze. And back down. All right, I guess that's it. I'm not trading this no more. I mean, I think that I was just late here. I should have probably been taking that long off here with my stop down here, but they kind of want. Yesterday was much cleaner of a move, I will say. Not right now. Still think this is a long though here. It's chopping right before the push. Hmm. We got 75, 74 holding up pretty nicely right now. Back on down. Back into the chop here. My gosh. $78. Brewing to, like I said, it's an aggressive long right above that level. Yesterday was beautiful, but today, I mean, it's definitely proven not to be as simple as yesterday. Resistance right now acting, doing its job. This is resistance. This is a reclaim of a trade level. This is a reclaim trade. Today not working too good. Like I say, these are definitely more aggressive. Maybe it was a one shot here right after we had that candle close there, but either way, we didn't really accept price there. Maybe today I should have been more patient on it, but there's a lot of days where being patient definitely gets me to miss out on a lot of the moves, but we'll see. Now we're back into the same thing. I'm basically waiting for the exact same trade again. Either that 50, as mentioned before, we go 50, 55, which I want to be long down there. That's the real like major one I'm waiting for, but we also have this reclaim here. I'm still looking to the long side here. I'm still looking at the long side here. We could take back, if we take back that 78, we go 92 pretty quickly, but I have to dip one more time. I think this long here, 75. My stop would be too big to put it down here. And for that kind of day, the kind of day we're getting so far, I mean, it's always going to be a good idea to be patient and wait. Well, this is garbage right now. Only Antonio is the one who got that kind of support right at the bottom, right down there at 60. I think he mentioned he had 60 or 60. Only Antonio knew about that bounce at 60. Unless you're long from down there, it's very difficult right now. Can't really do much. 60, 50. Made 5 points on this short. Nice. At least you made something. I was here longing that level. I think I'm gonna walk away. This is I need to see something else. Like, I mean, we're back into this thing here. I can't for me to do here. Oh, you should have your stop a little bit up. Oil's moving pretty nice. Watch, very nice. Right to yes, this is garbage. Oh man, this is frustrating. Because like I know we were gonna take back that 78, but when is this kind of light bleeding gonna stop? We need something. We need a action. We need to reclaim 78 or go down and hit 50. If we hit 50 would be the best case here because at that point we have something that we need to do, which is bounce from there. Or whatever. If it breaks down, at least there's a short. But oh my gosh, back into this ring. Little green on the day. Hey, green is green. Be happy. Probably. All right. We're going up. Seven. The last 15-minute candle low was 68.75. I don't know. I'm not in love with it. Either way. Can't really be an interesting session if the session's not interesting. You know what I mean? Look at this. Not much is happening. I think it's a good idea for me to walk away. If I do trade, it'll be obviously posted on the free Discord that we have. This is your infomercial now. There is a couple of different ideas bouncing back and forth all day long. I got my plan for you ahead of time, and my key levels of support and resistance are obviously posted. There is 2 spots left for OG members, so if you do want to join, it's an entirely free community. You're never going to be charged anything for it. And yeah, I mean, you want to join a community of like-minded traders without paying anything and opening your wallet, right there. The link is on the chat. 78 acting as very nice resistance. You know if I shorted that 78, they wouldn't have been working like this. You know it. That's always the struggle. Not that I didn't know 78 was resistance. I just thought we were going to take it back and continue to rip higher like we always do. But it's hilarious, though. That. I think I'm going to walk away. I already know if I say I'm going to walk away, that something good is going to happen. And then. They couldn't break that last 15-minute low, or actually they did it. What a tick. Yeah, I'm gonna walk away. There's really nothing going on right now. If I do trade, it's gonna be posted on the Discord. I mean, time is it 10:35? You're like, but you got here late, so. Oh, but this price action is just so dreadful to watch. $10.36. We broke the last 15-minute candle by a tick, but not convincingly. Nine. Top would have to be at 69 here. I'm not in love with it. You know what? I'm gonna walk away. This is I'm gonna wait for 50 or 78 reclaim. You know my plan. You know everything. I am gonna be looking to trade later on. I mean, whenever this thing decides to move, right? I'll be posting it up on the Discord for sure as soon as I enter any trade, and then I'll be posting up on the trade recap section here later on the trades I've done today, and yeah, it'll be there. So, if you're interested, there's still 2 spots to become an OG member. The link is on the chat. I'm gonna wait for 50 or something good to happen. Right now, I don't know. So thank you again for watching, tuning in. I do appreciate the support. Sorry I got here late today. I woke up an hour late. I got up at 6:45 instead of 5:45, 5:30. So peace. Thank you. I can't. I don't want to stay here and just be tempted to trade for no reason, right? So I'm gonna set my reminders, my alarms, for price, and yeah, whenever they get triggered, I'll be back on the computer. So, thank you.